Hi guys. I know some of you guys are still waiting on your programs, but I wanted to go ahead and make a video and go over everything so that those of you that do have your programs and then those that don't, when you get them, you won't feel overwhelmed because I know there is a lot to go over. First thing, when you get your package in the mail, I want you to open it up and make sure you have everything. You should have 7 color-coded containers. You'll have a green, purple, red, yellow, blue, and 2 oranges. You also will get a shaker cup. Whether or not you ordered Shakeology, it will still come in your package. You have your eating plan, which is going to be basically your Bible for the next 3 weeks. You will have your workout DVDs. There's just 2 DVDs. And I don't think we need to really spend a whole lot of time going over those. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. On the back is your workout schedule. It tells you what order to do all of your workouts in, so you'll know each day what workout you're supposed to be doing. And it's also in the pamphlet that comes in your package. And then if you ordered through a Beachbody coach like myself, they threw in a bonus DVD that's worth 20 bucks. And it's a workout. It's PlyoFix. And they sent that to you just for ordering from a coach. So I want to go over a few things with the eating plan. First of all, I want you guys to read the whole book from cover to finish because there is a lot to go over, but I wanted to just cover a few things real quick that I usually get the most questions on. And the first one is on page 4. This is where you're going to get started. This is how you figure out how many calories you're supposed to eat each day. And I know you might be thinking, wait a second, I thought this wasn't focused on calories. I thought we weren't going to be counting calories. Well, this is actually the only time that I'm going to mention it. You're going to figure out how many calories you should be eating each day and by using this formula that it gives you. And then you're going to go over to page 19, and there's a table. And it will tell you, based on how many calories you should have each day, which bracket you will be in. So if you're supposed to have 1,600 calories a day, you're going to look over on the top, and you're going to be in the second bracket that says 1,500 calories to 1,799 calories. If you look down your column, it'll tell you how many of each containers you can have each day. So for myself, I can have 4 greens, 3 purples, 4 reds, 3 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 4 teaspoons. Okay, then skip on to the back on page 82. These are your tally sheets, and you can keep track in your book. It only comes with a couple pages, or you can make copies of them. Or you can go to teambeachbody.com, and then you'll go under the Get Fit tab, Fitness Tools, and then Workout Sheets, and you can print them off yourself if you want. Or if you have an iPhone, you can get the 21 Day Fix app. That's what I use. I think it is super easy. I don't think they have one for Android out right now. I could be mistaken, but last I knew they didn't have one out for them yet. Anyway, so I want to go over the different colored containers. Let's see. Okay, we'll start with green. That's going to be your veggies. And it's important to know that starting at the top ones are going to be the most nutrient dense, and it's going to work its way down. So the very, very best thing that you can have on this list is going to be kale, and then collard greens and spinach and Brussels sprouts and broccoli and so on as you go down farther. The bottom are still going to be healthy and really good for you, and vegetables. They're just not going to be as packed with nutrients as the ones on the top. The purple container is fruits, and same thing, the healthiest are on top. Some of these aren't going to be measured in your container, like kiwi or mandarin oranges. They are just going to be, it says you can have two of those will equal 1 purple. So you're not going to measure them. You're not going to try to cram as much as you can in your purple container. You just know 2 mandarin oranges or 2 kiwi equal 1 purple. And the same with bananas. A half of a large banana is 1 purple. There's a few like that, and with the green container, baby carrots, you're not going to pack it full of baby carrots. You get 10. The next is your red container. That's going to be your proteins. I know typically we think of protein as meat, and it is, but there are vegetarian and vegan options in here. There's veggie burgers and tofu. And this is also going to be your Greek yogurt, or your yogurt, and your ricotta cheese or your cottage cheese. And you get deli meat on here too, which I think is pretty cool. This is also going to be your Shakeology. And eggs are going to fit in here, or eggs are going to be your red, but you're not going to measure them out. You're not going to pour them in here, measure them out, and then cook them, and then pour them in here and measure them out. 2 eggs equal 1 red. And the same with, you get turkey bacon. Yum. It just tells you how many you can have. You're not going to pack it full of turkey bacon. The next one is the yellow, my favorite. That is your carbs. If you have looked at your book at all, you're going to notice that there's a lot of things you can have on here. I mean, you can have waffles and pancakes and English muffins and bagels and tortilla chips. There honestly is not a lot you can't have in the 21 Day Fix. And so once again, healthiest up top, and then it goes down. So sweet potato is going to be the very best on this list. You'll notice as you go through here that there are so many options. So you can really get really creative with your meals that you're making. And if you do, make sure you post pictures, because I love seeing other people's recipes. Blue container, which I was actually worried about at first. I'm like, this is a really tiny container, and this is going to be your healthy fats, so like your avocado, your coconut milk, your hummus, your cheese, your nuts. I know it looks like a really small container, but let me tell you, it isn't. Especially like if you're putting hummus in it. I often fill this up with hummus and then eat like carrot sticks and celery with it, and I rarely eat the whole thing. I mean, rarely. It's a lot. And the same with cheese. So we'll move on to the orange container. These tiny little things. This is for your nuts and your dressing. And once again, I know it looks really tiny, but it is plenty. It really is plenty. And you get 2 of them, but nobody gets 2 a day. Everyone only gets 1 orange. So I'm assuming that's so that you can keep your dressing separate from your seeds, and your seeds won't get greasy or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, there are dressing recipes in your book, and for myself, that's probably one of the hardest things because I'm a ranch girl. I don't really like a lot of other dressings, but they have some really good ones in here. They have creamy ones, and then they have vinaigrette ones. So don't discount those until you try them. And then your teaspoon, which they don't send you a teaspoon, you're just going to have to use your own. That's going to be oils and nut butters. Then you have free foods, and that's going to be spices, any spices except for salt, garlic, hot sauce, yay, vinegar, mustard, things like that. And let's see, I went over salad dressings, and then I wanted to go over, see if I can find it. Okay, on page 60, they have recipes for treats. They have double chocolate cookies, banana oatmeal cookies. They have trail mix, chocolate peanut butter snack bars. They sound delicious. I haven't tried some of these, but they look really good. So you can definitely still have treats. You can still have some chocolate. You can still have popcorn. You can have a lot of things on here as long as you count it appropriately. Then there also is a couple pages with Shakeology recipes. I know that not all of you guys are doing Shakeology, but there is a calendar in your package, and it has a ton of Shakeology recipes in it. So those are going to be awesome for you finding a recipe that you really like and you really enjoy so that you can drink it every day. Okay, and then on page 70 is the restaurant guide. And I really love that they put this in here because it totally takes the guesswork out of trying to figure out what you can eat at a restaurant and how you're going to count it. It has things like pizza, lasagna, pasta, sushi, chili, casseroles on here. It just makes it really easy, and you don't have to worry or stress about what you're going to eat or feel overwhelmed or feel like you have to count your calories. It's pretty easy. And then just remember too that when you do go out to eat, you can always have like a chicken breast or a lean steak and broccoli or veggies or whatever. And I find that's probably the easiest thing for me. And I think that's everything I wanted to go over. If you have questions that I didn't cover, let me know. Don't hesitate to message me or post them in the group. Maybe someone else also has the same question, so it's always good to post those things in the group. And if you don't see a food in the book, don't discount it and think that you can't eat it. Just ask me, because there are some foods that are still okay to eat that aren't listed in the book. So anyway, I know that I just covered a lot of information, and there's a lot of information in the book, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. All right, thanks guys.